Today we are starting with a new chapter called arithmetic progression. This is standard 10th maths. This is the part 1 of the chapter. So we'll just start introducing what do you mean by an arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is nothing. It is a list of numbers in a definite pattern. So there is a separate series, there is a pattern, and there is some regular features in them. So we can say an AP, it is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number. That sum, it is the difference between the first and the next term is something same. So that fixed number is called as D. Now when you keep on adding the same differences, you will automatically get a series of numbers, and such a series of numbers which have a definite pattern or definite difference between any two consecutive terms is called an AP. So how does an AP look like? So what's the general form of an AP? So the general form of an AP is given as A, this is the first term, A plus D the next term, A plus 2D the third term, A plus 4D the fourth term, and so on, where A is called the first term always. A or A1 both mean the same thing, and D is the common difference. Now why are we taking a common difference or common term? It is the same difference which is being added to the preceding term to get the succeeding term. For example, if the first term is say 3 and the common difference is 2, 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 becomes the second term. Again, for 5 you have to add 2. So 5 plus 2, 7 becomes the second term, and so on. So this is what. So there is a specific formula for the common term. The common term or the common difference is always given by subtracting the succeeding term from the preceding term. So next term minus previous term, third term minus second term minus first term, fourth term minus third term. In that way, this is what is shown here: A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, and so on. So the general formula can be AN minus 1, means it is always the difference of the succeeding term and the preceding term. So a given list of numbers, so you are having some numbers A, A2, A3, and so on. The differences will be common. That is what we have just discussed. Now if this difference is common, it is called the common difference or the D. So for an now given series to be an AP, it should have a common difference between the terms. So this is called an AP. Now what is the meaning of the nth term? Nth term means any specific term. This is a general term, we can say. Nth term, 10th term, 15th term, 18th term. So for that it is called the nth term. Now we will consider this. If A is the first term, we generally write A instead of A1. Even if you write A1, it's okay, but the formula has having A. A is considered always to be the first term, and D is the common difference, and we want to know the nth term. For example, I want to know the 15th term. So 15th term means n is the number of terms. N is equal to 15. So this is what is here. N is the number of terms. Therefore the nth term is given by the formula A plus n minus 1 into D. A plus n minus 1 into D. So where A is, we know, as the first term, n is the number of terms, minus 1 is that formula, and D is the common difference. So nth term is called as AN. It is also called as the general term. Now we should know something else also. What is the sum of the first n terms of an AP? For example, I want to find the sum of numbers from 1 to 50. Now I physically or practically don't have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 up to 50. For that there is a formula, and that formula, it takes two cases. First is the AP in which the first and the last term is known, means These are finite APs. For example, I want to know the sum of the terms from 1 to 20. It means 1 is the first term, 20 is the last term. So when such things are known, so this is called case 1, when the first term and the last term is known. The last term is taken as L, then the sum of all the terms is given by this formula SL, or we can say Sn is equal to n upon 2 a plus L. N is the number of terms. If it is having 20 terms, n will be 20. A is always the first term and L is the last term in this specific case. 20 terms, sum of 50 terms, L is 50, sum of 100 terms, L is 100, like that. Now, this was the case when the AP was finite. What if the AP is infinite? For example, I want to know the sum of an AP. Now, how is that AP? The AP is like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, it is an AP of even numbers. Now, even numbers are endless in this world. But if I want to know the sum of the first 500 even numbers, remember there is no last term here like we had in the finite AP. Now this is an infinite AP having no last term. There are endless numbers. But if I want to know the sum of the first 500 even numbers, now that 500 is the number, n is equal to 500 there. We know the first term it is 2 because even numbers start with 2. So in that case we will write A as the first term, n will be the number of terms which we want. I want 500 terms, it will be n is equal to 500, of course. Now what is the difference? Now it is very obvious that even numbers have a difference of 2. So D becomes 2 there. So when a question is asked, find the sum of the first 500 even numbers, your A should be 2, n should be 500, D, the difference between any two consecutive numbers, means 2. Then you will write it as S500. Why S500? Because we are calculating the sum of the 500 terms. So when the last term is not known, because it is an unending infinite AP. So in that case the formula goes like this: n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Then comes the question, what is a finite AP and what is an infinite AP? A finite AP has always a limited number of terms. For example, sum of all even numbers up to 100. Now it is a finite term because the first even number is 2, the last 2-digit even number before 100 is 98. So this becomes a finite AP. Then what is an infinite AP? An infinite AP will have infinite number of terms. For example, if I just say the multiples of 3, so there are unending multiples of 3. So that becomes an infinite AP. Now there is one part which should we know, the verification. If they ask us, is this a number of the given AP? So how will we test it? So for testing we will have to use this formula. Now whichever number is given, that has to be taken as an. A will be given, D will be given. We just don't know n. Now if you calculate and if you are getting n as a natural number, then the given number is a term. For example, n is equal to 4. So we can say n is the fourth term, the given number is the fourth term of the AP. If you are getting n is equal to 66, so we can say the given number is the 66th term of the given AP. But what if you are getting n as 0, n as negative, n as decimal, or n as a fraction? It means that given number is not a term or not a member of the given AP. So n will be, any number will be a term only if it is having n as a natural number. So having seen all this, we will try to do some very simple sums. The first type of sums will be sums on forming an AP. So we have to remember here, the AP always looks like this: A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. So the first sum we'll do, the first sum is like this: write an AP whose first term is 10 and the common difference is 3. So what do we do? How do we write an AP? Now generally we have to write only 3 terms and just put dots, it's enough. So first we will write the data A is equal to 10 and D is equal to 3. So according to the formula, it is A plus, so the first term is A according to the formula 10. The next will be 10 plus 3, A plus D. Next will be 10 plus 2D, 2 into 3. The next is 10 plus 3 into 3. So we can say this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, and so on. So we will say the AP is 10, 13, 16, and so on. So this is how we do the first sum. Now we will go for the second sum. The second sum is this: form an AP, it means write an AP or whatever it is, whose first term and common difference are minus 1.25 and minus 0.25. Now when minus sign comes, we have to be a little careful. So what is the first term given to us is minus 1.25. What is the common difference given to us is, it is minus 0.25. So how will we find the AP now? So this is my first term, I am writing it in brackets, I am putting a comma. The second term will be minus 1.25 plus, it is the difference we have to add, minus 0.25, and the third term will be minus 1.25 plus, this is 2D, so 2 into minus 0.25. So this is minus 1.25, this is minus 1.25 minus this thing, so this will come minus 1.5 when I add both of them, and my third term will be minus 1.25 and 2 into minus 0.50, so it will come minus 1.75 and so on. So we can say therefore the AP is minus 1.25 minus 1.5 minus 1.75 and so on. So this is how we do the second sum. Now we'll go to the third sum. Find the common difference and write the next three terms of the given AP. So the given AP is this: 3, minus 2, minus 7, minus 12 and all. So the first term is very easy, it is simply A. Now we have to find the common difference. So what we will do, we have to always take the succeeding term and subtract the preceding term. So the succeeding term here is minus 2, the second term, the first term is 3, minus 2 minus 3 is, so D is equal to 5. We can even confirm it with another one. The third term minus the second term. So this is minus 7 plus 2, again you are getting minus 5. It means we can say D is confirmed minus 5. So the next three terms, so what is that third term? So minus 12. So after 12, what are the terms? So it is very easy, minus 5 minus, then minus 12 minus, this will come minus 22. This is the next term. After this term, minus 17, minus 17. Next will come minus 17 minus 5, so it will be minus 22, and after that minus 22 minus 5 means it will come minus 27. So the next three terms are, minus 17, minus 22 and minus 27. So this is how we do it. Now the fourth sum, find the common difference and the next four terms of the AP, minus 1, minus 5 upon 6 and all. So the first thing we know, AP is, the first term is minus 1, no doubt about this. Now for finding the difference, we'll have to subtract the second, this we have to take the second term, and from this we have to subtract the first term. Now the first term is already minus, so minus of minus becomes plus, so this becomes minus 5 upon 6 plus 1. So when you cross multiply, you will get minus 5 upon 6 means 1 upon 6. So we can say the difference is 1 upon 6. Now I have to find the four terms. So the four terms will be like this. This is the first term. The second term will be minus 5 upon 6 plus 1 upon 6. Third term will be minus 5 upon 6 plus 2d, so 2 into 1 upon 6, and the fourth term will be minus plus 3 into 1 upon 6. So this is nothing but minus 5 upon 6. This will be minus 1, so this will be 4 upon 6. This is minus 5 upon 6 plus 1 upon 3. We'll have to simplify this, and this is minus 5 upon 6 plus 1 upon 2. This also will have to simplify. So the first term is minus 5 upon 6. Second term is 4 upon 6. Now this is minus 5 plus 2. So this can come minus 5 plus, so minus 3 upon 6. This will come 2 3s are, so this will come minus 2 upon 6, and so on. So these are your next 4 terms. So now we'll go for the fifth term. So this is write an AP whose first term is minus 1 and the common difference is minus 2. So how will we do this? Everything is given to us. We simply have to form the AP. So it is A is equal to minus 1 and D is equal to 1 upon 2. So how do we do it? We put them in brackets. So the second term is 1 plus A plus D. The third term is 2 into 1 upon 2, and the fourth term is 3 into 1 upon 2. So when we simplify, this becomes minus 1 plus half, means it will be minus half. This 2 will get cancelled, you will get 0 here, and this is 3 upon 2, so minus, so 1 upon 2. So these are the next 4, or these are the, you can say, 4 terms of the AP. These are the 4 terms of the AP. So this is how we form an AP. Thank you.